Hello everyone, this is LMAK and I'm playing a little bit of Retrograde. This is a music rhythm game from 24 Karat Games. I'm playing this with a keyboard right now. You can play it with a controller or a guitar, but I've been playing this with a keyboard for the moment, so I'm just gonna keep going. And firstly, I want to say, these menus are terrible. Like, they look really pretty and flashy, but I can't read anything when I go up and down in the menus. So that, I don't know, that's a really terrible decision I made, but actually it's kind of a cool, interesting game. No, I don't want the tutorial, I want the campaign. So I'm playing on medium. I will probably dip into the harder difficulties later because apparently I like to punish myself or something. But anyway, this is a music game that's kind of stylized in a sort of 2D shoot 'em up, and it's a really cool, interesting concept. So you can see there are bullets coming in from the left that I have to avoid, and then my shots coming from the right, and I'm sort of sucking them back into my ship because it is a 2D shmup that's working in reverse. So it's a really interesting concept, and I'm gonna play really badly because I'm trying to talk and play a rhythm game at the same time. And it's a really interesting concept. It looks really pretty. I think that's sort of one thing that also has against it, but I'll come back to that in a moment. But aesthetically, it looks really cool, and the music conceit works really well. And I'm trying not to die here. So you can also see some of these bullets have sort of like tiny glyphs that go around them. Those are bonus power-ups and power-downs that help you with score and sometimes do other things, and I'm missing bullets. And in the top left is my health, and in the top right is sort of, you know, a bonus thing that I can use, and it makes the world go like this. And this is probably my biggest problem with the game. It is a rhythm game that gets very busy, so it becomes very difficult to pick out what you're trying to do. That doesn't always happen, but it happens often enough that you feel like if there had been just a little less going on, if there had been less flashiness, then you would have actually been able to dodge certain things. And there's another thing, I can actually go forward through time, and that drains that meter in the middle, and then I can, you know, try and do that section of gameplay and try and actually get the score. Oops, that's not where I was supposed to be. That was... I'm gonna undo that because that was really dumb. This is my first time coming across these beam enemies, and they're just annoying. It's interesting because, you know, dodging this fire doesn't really mean I move in rhythm. I just want to not be when the attack hits, whereas all the bullets seem to be timed very tightly in with the music. And, you know, it's a really cool effect to watch the enemies come back into the world after they've, you know, been undestroyed by going backwards in time. Oh, nope, that's... I mean, that was another moment where you had, like, bullets coming in from the left and, you know, bullets you need to absorb coming in from the right. And just, you know, hard to figure out what that timing is supposed to be. Sometimes it's, you know, fairly loose in terms of what you need to be doing, and other times it's much tighter to get down. And I'm playing just on medium, so I expect this is going to be, like, completely brutal and horrible on the hardest difficulty setting. Also, I don't think there's a way to heal your ship at all. I don't think any of the bonuses are like undo the damage to your ship. So generally you just want to not fail. So, you know, I've got quite a lot of health left at the end of that. And when you finish the level, you get it going forwards, which is actually really cool. How well did I do? I've done worse, let me put it that way. Also, it's also quite cute how they go, new low score, because, you know, you're trying to undo what's happened, so you want to end up with the lowest score possible, which is... So I assume that's the next level? Yep. The levels are reasonably long, so I'm sure let's just continue going, and then I'll sort of jump into something that's into like the hardest difficulty, and we'll see how well I do. So these are rockets, so you know, you mash on the fire button in the right aisle. Oh, this is... That was pretty messed up, actually. You know, the color coding helps a whole lot, but again, it's not... You know, when you have one thing to concentrate on, like just the bullets coming in, it's, you know, relatively easy, but when you start to combining that with bullets you need to pull in, he says as he mess up, and do a whole bunch of other things. Oh. You know, I was too busy concentrating on what, like, the bullets coming in that I just completely forgot to dodge. You know, I was saying you can't heal, but you actually have quite a lot of leeway in terms of how often you can mess up, and being able to go forwards in time for short periods, you know, definitely alleviates a lot of the, well, I'm not going to say it alleviates the difficulty, because it's, but it makes it a little bit more forgiving. As far as I know, like, the harder difficulties add in more lanes, as well as, you know, additional bullets, the same way you get in, you know, several other rhythm games. Oh, you're combining this with those lasers now? That's just mean! Why would you do that? Oh, I'm just messing this up royally now. I really don't like those lasers. You know, there are different weapons, like the missiles were earlier on. There is a beam weapon that you have to hold down the fire to actually activate, and... This is even that far into the game, and I really want to see how difficult this is on the highest difficulty setting, because I bet it's like super messed up. From the menu screen, it seems like there are 10 levels in this game, which is, you know, there's a little bit of plot to it, but, you know, it's clearly not the focus. I've messed it up. I've done that like 5 times. You'd think I would have learnt by now. And they're all pretty long, so just because there aren't a whole lot of different tracks, it's, I think each one lasts maybe like 5 minutes, which, as far as, you know, music games go, it's actually quite long songs. Lunar Lieutenant. unlocked I am error. So, let's go extreme, because why not? It's a very good way to end this one. Okay, actually this leads into another thing I don't like about how this is set up. So, I can't play any of these later levels despite the fact that I've unlocked them on lower difficulties, which is irritating. So, actually at least it unlocks down that way. But, you know, if I played a level on medium, I would, you know, so if I wanted to go up in difficulty now, like, you know, I've become a little bit more familiar with how I play the game, it would be nice to be able to just jump into the next level I am error on, you know, a higher difficulty setting, but you can't do that, and I think that's a little bit dumb, but, you know, your mileage will certainly vary. And also, I'm not sure how hard the difficulty settings are at jump, so that might actually be a terrible, terrible idea. But we're gonna find out. So this is the start of the game, and you start off by destroying the boss by shooting at it randomly, because this doesn't matter. And roll credits, because, you know, why not? They definitely leaned really hard into, like, the whole you beat the game and now you're playing it in reverse. That's actually really funny how, like, much they try and keep up with the joke. And it goes back in reverse, and it undoes my random bullet nonsense. So I can not be horribly embarrassing. Oh. Okay, when you have this many lanes and you're just using a keyboard and can only go up and down, it is actually really hard. Oh, this is... Oh, this is horrible. So that was horrible. Yeah, that was really, really difficult, just being able to go up and down and not, you know, on a guitar control, you'd obviously be able to have each of, you know, 5 buttons to go to whichever lane you were supposed to be on, but how? No, I do not want to go back in time and play that again. Really? No, I'm pressing the escape key and I am leaving because that was super messed up. Anyway, I think that's a pretty good place to end this video. So, anyway, this is Mink. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.